My guess is that nothing at all happens this year, at least not before the election. Let's go on to global warming. The cover of Time magazine this morning says, "Be very worried." They have a special edition on global warming. And George, well, I got to present this to you because, I mean, we've been debating this for 10 years now. You've been doing it for 20 on This Week. But Time magazine
30.
says, 30, excuse me, you're exactly right, says the debate is over. The serious debate has quietly ended. Global warming, even most skeptics have concluded, is the real deal, and human activity has been causing it. You're pulling out your charts.
New York Times, 1975. Sooner or later, a major cooling of the climate is widely considered inevitable. Northern Hemisphere glaciation. Tell your governor in Montana to just wait a while. Northern Hemisphere glaciation, according to Science magazine.
Except in the last year, George, we've had so much new evidence from the North Pole, from the South Pole, from Greenland, from all around the world that something real is happening.
I'm willing to stipulate that all the sources that were wrong 30 years ago are now right. Let's assume that there is global warming. It is an absolute certainty that the climate at any point in human history is either warming or cooling. It goes through cycles. Let's assume it's warming, and let's assume that it is human activity that's causing it. Now what? We can burn Montana coal, as the Montana governor suggested, but the fact is any solution requires trillions of dollars of sacrifice from world economic growth. That's trillions of dollars that won't be spent on education, culture, AIDS prevention. Are we sure we want to do this?
I'm not sure that's true, George, because I agree with you. There is some fluctuation, but there is a virtual consensus, as George says, that it is happening more rapidly. 10 of the hottest years in recorded history have been in the last
200
13
years. What was happening 200 years ago?
You haven't had temperatures recorded for more than 200 years. Sorry, George. But the point is,
you do get it.
It does appear, if you look at
it out of the glacier ice, and you can tell. I mean, it's tree rings, all the rest. You can find a lot of climatological
I'm not going to debate physics with you, George, because neither you nor I are really scientists about it. What I will suggest is, if you were to take the attitude that, look, better to err on the side of caution, because it does appear that very rapid temperature movements in either direction would be extremely harmful.
Better not than $1 trillion errors.
You don't need $1 trillion. Something very simple like a carbon tax. Something many staunchly free market economists agree with, because what a carbon tax basically says is when you burn fossil fuels, you are producing costs, environmentally, I would add politically, the war in Iraq, that are not being captured by a simple economic model.
There is broad scientific consensus. We are now no longer a debate about whether we have global warming. It is whether we are facing a tipping point and rushing into a catastrophe. How do we halt it? The British Commissioner for Pollution called those who deny global climate change climate loonies. Those who deny that at this point are like those who didn't believe cigarette smoke caused cancer. What we do now is a measure of our civilization. It is also a measure of security, George, and I think 87%, I believe, of Americans in that Time magazine poll supported tax credits for alternative energy. That is one way to go. But this administration rewrites science with political spin. It silences scientists like James Hansen.
You know what?
And it scrubs websites
I'm
of
going to have to silence all of you. We're out of time. This debate won't stop. We're going to come back to it many times. Thank you all very much.